Welcome back to Land the House. I'm Seth Johnson. Well, a couple days ago, we got our Christmas tree up and installed. I actually started filming, and Ashley and I were so tired, and Emma was running around kind of upset too, so I took a time lapse, so here's a clip of that.
Don't. Get off now. Don't you remember you just failed because of that?
So anyway, it wasn't exactly the best start to a video, so here I am redoing it. Ashley and Emma just went off with my sister to get a coffee and some lunch, so I have a little time to get some stuff done. First of all, I want to run the lawnmower for a moment to get it moving because it's been winter time, and then ride the four-wheeler around for a second, and then I've got a whole bunch of workshop stuff we can dive into. On my way down to the lawnmower, I remembered that I put a mouse trap in Ashley's car. She and I went to Asheville and found mouse remains. Nope, still there. So there was just the typical mouse nest kind of material. I actually did find a mouse in my car last week, so they're out there for sure. Probably if I wouldn't spill so much stuff, I wouldn't have that problem, but you know, I think everybody eats in their car at some point. So I have all this cardboard I'm gonna take to the recycle. Yeah, I hear that it's important to run your lawnmowers at least I don't know, once a month or so during the winter time, just to make sure that things move around. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Somebody was asking me, how well has the Shelter Logic tent been holding up? It's got 2 rips on it already on the first year of use. So it's definitely a temporary kind of shed. Alright, so I'm going to just run the lawnmower real quick, and then we'll jump on the four-wheeler as well. I paid a small fortune for this lawnmower, but it sure made things a lot easier this summer. Wish I'd had it years ago. It's the Hustler Raptor 42-inch, and it really is amazing. I know the camera flattens things out a lot, but this hill right here is quite steep, and it tackles this hill like it's nothing, so definitely have enjoyed having it. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is run the four-wheeler around. I'm just going to take it around for a little circle. I ran it maybe 3 weeks ago, so I'm not as concerned about it. I've heard that you're supposed to, oh, it's dark. I've heard you're supposed to run lawnmowers just every now and then to make sure they aren't stagnant. So anyway, four-wheeler time. Oh good, the lawnmower and four-wheeler are working just fine. A couple weeks ago, I was contacted by a website called Skill Survival, and they said they were sharing one of my videos as a post, which was pretty cool. And they asked if there was anything that I could, or they could do for me, or I could do for them, or whatever it was. And so I sent them one of my Land to House Ultralight sleeping pads for a review. I haven't seen it yet, but I think it's going to be coming out soon. And they sent me one of their Skilled Survival. It's the Firehawk flashlight, and I've been keeping this in my car. And last night on my way into work third shift, I saw a couple of raccoons. So I grabbed the light and my cell phone and filmed those raccoons. So enjoy this clip. So apparently a bird feeder had fallen over and they were eating that. So, but this light, I thought I would just show you it real quick, and then we'll move on to the next item of today's list. So it does say Skilled Survival on there. And the back side just says Firehawk. It's got a single button in the back, which you push. Let me turn off the lights over here real quick. Okay, somewhat darker in here. So there you go. Got the flashlight going, and it's got this cool little zoom here, which I had not seen before, but it just pulls the lens up a touch there so you can zoom. But anyway, as you can see, it's nice and small and has a good clip on it. So if you get the chance, I'll have a link in the description down below to the Skilled Survival, and you can just check them out. Alright, the next thing on the list is to install these free speakers that I received. So I got a computer here that was given to me from a local business, and another local business just a couple weeks ago was throwing out an old computer and had some speakers. So I thought what I would do is put a little shelf right in here and put the speakers up there. And also, I only have the two plugs here, so I'm going to pull that one out and put this guy in here, like that. So now I can plug in those speakers and all this other good stuff. Years ago, I made my wife Ashley a computer desk, and I had some leftover pieces like this triangle here, and I thought I'll save it, and it's going to come in handy because it'll make a nice corner shelf here. So I want to do one piece of this 2x2 at 16 inches, and then I want to have one piece cut to approximately 14.5, and that will give me enough space here to mount this shelf. Okay, do a little pre-drill in the end of this guy. Just going to use some simple 3-inch screws. That's the wrong size bit. Doing some pretty quick building here because I don't have tons of time this evening. If all I put on here is computer speakers, I won't have to have much of a storage shelf here anyway, but it should just be plenty strong enough here. Alright, get this piece on the wall real quick, and then I'll put the top in. Let's see here, I'm just going to go up just high enough to get this on here. If that won't hold computer speakers, nothing will. Okay, cool. That should allow the cords through no problem. Well, that turned out pretty good. So I've been using this little speaker here. It's the Smartomi Omni Ant, I think is what it was called. And it's been working very well, but the battery dies every 6 hours or so. So this I will be able to use pretty loud music. I can use either the iPod or plug it up to the computer here and keep my charging all in the same spot. So, okay, so the next thing in line here is to use, what is next? Oh yeah, let me show you. Let me turn this off too. Don't worry, this is YouTube safe music, but. All right, so previously we started building this little jig for cutting circles on the table saw. This piece of OSB is just the right height to go into the track on my table saw, which is right here. And anyway, so this will fit into the table saw, lock it down, and then I'm gonna be able to put holes along a line here that will give a place to put the circle, the board onto, which is that board down there. So anyway, the glue was put on here a couple of days ago, so it should be more than finished. Yeah. So to wrap up this build, what I need to do is find the center point and then draw a line all the way across. And that line is going to be used to place any pins that I need to put in here to make these circles. Okay, this is a factory edge over here. So what do we have? 11 inches. So if I go 5.5, I should be able to hit the center point of this. So what I'm going to do is just go over here, mark 5.5 from this side. And I'm going to use a known straight edge here. Match those 2 points up, and then just draw a line. Well, something like that. I'm going to go ahead and get the upholstery tacks into these metal brackets here and get this table finished up. And I have to go back into work here in a couple hours, but thought I would get some work done before I have to go back in. Today is Monday, and Ashley always writes on Monday. So Emma and I, hey Emma, who dressed you today anyway? That's a little bit crazy. It's obviously me. Let's go in Dad's car. We're gonna go to my mom. Can you see me? Sun's in the way. I'm gonna go to my mom and dad's house for a little while and hang out, and then we'll come back this evening. And I don't know, I just don't normally film a whole lot on Mondays, but I may find something fun for you to check out. Just got my schedule for next week. I'm gonna be working a lot, almost 80 hours again. So anyway, getting tired. I told my boss that, and hopefully the new employees will be working in the next couple of days, so I'll have my life back again. But we're gonna head off to Mimi's and just hang out for a while.
Here, go to Daddy. Go to Daddy. Ready?
Look at that hair. Wow!
Shake up. No, do like that. But maybe I'll see if your other hand.
It's Tuesday now, which is really exciting. It's my normal work day, and good news, I don't have to go into my job tonight, so I can do a little bit more work here. My neighbors up the hill have been collecting firewood, and I told them that I've got plenty of things around here they can have. They just pulled one log out here. It looked like that one right over there. And they've been down the road clearing off a lot of the trees I cut for the power lines, which is great because I've been cleaning those up anyway, but it's nice that they will be able to use some of the wood. And a lot of the stuff that I had set up in that junk pile, they were actually able to pull that and use it as firewood too. So I'm glad they're able to use it. Tonight we have our YouTubers coming over, or our YouTubers to be, and I'm just kind of walking around cleaning up stuff here. Just took some boards behind the tiny house to clean those up, and I'm going to the shop here and work for a bit on a couple things. I'm gonna get the circle done for Ashley's sign that she wants for the new baby, and then mostly just clean, but I'm gonna bring along for some of that. I actually just ran 3.5 miles for the first time in years. Yeah. Been watching Off the Ranch with Dr. Matt, and he has been a motivator for trying to be a bit more fit. I figure that my guest this evening might want to come out here and check out the shop. I may be wrong, but you never know. So I did about an hour and a half more of cleanup out here. Let me show you what I got done. Moved the table saw over here. I'm able to get the stand up under there. Somebody was asking, did I build this shelf without you and just not even mention it? This was actually a shelf from years ago, like 2014. It was a DVD cabinet back when we lived in the apartments. And so it was in Emma's back room, and we didn't need it back there. And so now it's out here, and it's going to be just a general tool storage kind of place. And I put a L bracket up under there to keep it from tipping over. So anyway, just move stuff down a little bit so the table saw could fit there. And that opens up the space over here a bit more. All of that I still have to go through. And then I also was able to clear up some of the space here on the workbench. Long ways to go still, but it is looking better. One thing I want to do is make a cabinet for the drill press, and I'm probably going to be storing that right in here, and I'm going to either toss out or move a lot of this stuff. My goal is to have plywood storage, or wood storage in general, over here. So we'll have to work on some way of storing that. I'm thinking of kind of like an accordion storage unit, but just have to see. And eventually I want to be able to have this table on rollers so I can store it over there if I need to use this big space in here. What else did I do here? Worked up top some. I threw out some of the bags of ram pump packing material. Just old stuff that I wasn't going to use. I use these bags most of the time. I get those for free, so saves a lot of money. Anyway, just moved some stuff over. I've got the filming lights out here that used to be back in the back room. And so anyway, things are looking pretty good. My next project, which I'm going to start right now, is a round sign, which I talked to you, I think, maybe last video or maybe even the beginning of this one. I've forgotten. But anyway, the jig is done, and I have the 2 foot by 2 foot board right here. I'm going to use the table saw, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. We had fun last night with the YouTube club, as I'm calling it. Had 7 of us there total. But anyway, they're just getting started and wanted to have some pointers and just hang out for a while. So anyway, it was fun. Well, Ashley and my sister and my mom went off to shop today. It's the day before Thanksgiving. Oh, by the way, happy Thanksgiving, since I'm posting this tomorrow. I just got one of Ashley's gifts in. I'm only going to get her a couple because I'm broke, but I got her this really nice Keurig, and I need to store it somewhere. Hey, Emma. Are you about to do some painting? Paint. I was thinking I need to store it somewhere where she'll never look. Probably my side of the bed. She never comes over here. There we go. You know, I bet she'll never find it before Christmas. Well, gonna wrap this vlog up because I've got to go to work here in a little bit. Em and I have just been hanging out today. But one last thing I'm gonna do before I go into work is paint this closet that used to be Emma's. I'll show you here. Whenever we had Emma, we definitely did not expect to have any more children. And so this is what happened. So I'm going to clean out this closet and turn it from pink to white, I do believe. Maybe I'll just let you paint it. What do you think? Think your mom would approve? Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. As usual, it is just about as random as you can get, but that's how my mind works. I'm gonna go edit this for you. You enjoy some turkey with the family, and if you're watching this after Thanksgiving, have a wonderful evening. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.